First, I would like to thank everyone for being here today. I am Attorney General Alan Wilson, and it is my distinct privilege and my pleasure to announce the creation of the South Carolina V.A.L.O.R program. As you can see here in front of the lectern, South Carolina V.A.L.O.R stands for Veteran Active and Reserve Legal Outreach Program. South Carolina has always been a military-friendly state. It has always been a desirable location for military bases, as well as a destination for retirees and veterans when they leave service. Because of this, the legal community that I've been part of has long recognized that it has a moral obligation to provide service and support to those who defend our values and our freedoms and all those things that we treasure. As a veteran of 21 years in this Army National Guard, as well as a JAG officer who currently serves, I've seen firsthand the benefits that the legal community can provide to our military families, as well as the need for the coordinated effort of those services. The first thing I want to say about the V.A.L.O.R program, a couple of things. This program will not replace current existing programs. We're not going to compete with programs. We are the program. Everyone up here operating independently is now going to coordinate, and that is what the V.A.L.O.R program will be. The SC V.A.L.O.R program will coordinate existing legal programs and resources for military families as well as veterans. This program will do several things. It will support current programs, it will fill in where gaps of support exist, and it will minimize duplication of effort. There will be one person dedicated in my office who will be dedicated to the coordination efforts of this program and will be in constant contact with each of the groups represented up here. The legal issues that we're going to be assisting service members and veterans include, but are not limited to, civil relief matters, legal issues with debt relief, landlord-tenant issues, employment and reemployment issues, wills, powers of attorney drafting, as well as other probate matters, Medicaid and end-of-life directives, legal document drafting. These are just a handful of the services that are being currently provided, but now those efforts will be coordinated to basically expand our reach to the military community residing here in South Carolina. A program is only as good as the men and women who support it and the programs that it involves. With me today, in no particular order, are people who have already committed to support the coordination efforts that are going to be in the South Carolina V.A.L.O.R program. Today we have the South Carolina Bar, which is represented by the immediate past president, William Witherspoon, the secretary, Roy Laney, and the public services director, Cindy Coker, who are standing here behind me right now. Also with us today is United States Department of Justice, is another strategic partner. They are represented by Andrew Braniff, the Assistant Director, Department of Justice Service Members Veteran Initiative. From Fort Jackson, we have Lieutenant Colonel Todd Messinger, Deputy Staff Judge Advocate. We have Dorothy Edgerton, Chief of Legal Assistance. Captain Alan Kirk, Chief Administrative Law, and First Lieutenant Lauren Strebel, Legal Assistance. We have today, representing the South Carolina Military Department and the men and women of the National Guard, we have Major General Van McCarty, who is our Deputy Adjutant General. And like I said, I am a National Guardman on the weekend, so on the weekend, as I'm the Army Judge Advocate, I work for him and the Adjutant General. We also have Colonel William Floyd, who is a Senior Army Judge Advocate in the South Carolina State Guard. We have Charlie Farrell, Executive Coordinator with the South Carolina Military Base Task Force. We have another strategic partner, and I'm really excited about this, representing the University of South Carolina School of Law. We have the Associate Dean, Jackie Cherry. They will be a future strategic partner with us, and we look forward to working with them. Representing the Army Reserve, we have Colonel Edie Moran, Reserve Military Judge, and we have Lieutenant Colonel, the Honorable Judge Phil Linsky, who is also a retired member of the Reserve. From the U.S. Attorney's Office, Assistant U.S. Attorney Robert Sneed and the Civil Chief Barbara Bowens, representing the U.S. Attorney's Office, and we're incredibly grateful for their support. We have a pro bono coordinator from Nelson Mullins, Nora Rogers. They already have a program up and running, and they have become a strategic partner with us. We want to thank Nora representing Nelson Mullins today. Representing Appleseed Justice, another one of our partners, Ashley Thomas. And then, of course, y'all are hearing from me right now, but I have a staff in the Attorney General's office who has just really made this event could not have happened but for the men and women in our office. It's coincidental that a lot of the people that I hire have a prior military background. We have today Deputy Attorney General Barry Bernstein, who's the former state judge advocate for the National Guard. He's a retired colonel. I have another retired colonel, Debo Kelly, former state judge advocate. I also have my Chief Deputy Attorney General, Jeff Young, who's a retired judge, also a retired lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. Also today, another member of my team who's standing behind you is Major Matt Gates, our Director of Government Affairs, who is also a judge advocate in the South Carolina Army National Guard. At the end of the day, the number one objective of all the people standing up here with me is that we want to make South Carolina the gold standard for a place that supports the military, and not just those active serving members, and not just the members who are actively serving in the National Guard or the reserve component, but we want to make this the gold standard for all people who want to come to South Carolina who have ever served. And a lot of times people need help and they can't get the help that they need, and they don't know that the help is there. And the whole purpose of this is to reach every single veteran, retired person, family member of a retired person or veteran, as well as every active duty or reserve component military person or family who needs legal services and doesn't know where they can get it.